Get your official Doxby Films merchandise only at doxbyfilms.etsy.com. doxbyfilms.etsy.com. Shop now and support what we do.
It's been a while. Since I could stand on my own two podcast again. Welcome to the DOXBYWOOD podcast. Season 2 after a long hiatus, where Brandon Townsend has entered into an illegal ring of bear themed gambling, and I've been trafficking Parmesan through foreign channels.
Allegedly. But we have with us today Amber Brooke, who is a published tattoo and alt model and an actress known for her roles in Friday the 13th, Vengeance Part 2, Bloodlines, 259, Ombus 2, Alien Awakenings. How you say it? Ombus?
Yep.
Ombus 2, Alien Awakening, and Amityville Barbie the movie. And she's also a makeup and special effects artist. Did I get all that right?
Yep. You sure did.
Well, Amber, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
All of those things in your repertoire is interesting because I relate in a different way. Because I mean, you're a person of many career hats, and as a man who's balding, I just own many hats.
I have hats too. I wore one in Vengeance too.
So, what projects do you have that you're working on right now?
Holy diver. Okay. There's a lot. It's like 1 or 2 movies a month plus photo shoots in between in my regular job. But most the ones that is coming up is Fractured. That one will be filmed in a few weeks in Ohio. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's got some really cool people in it. John Abrahams from Scary Movie, Felissa Rose, and Lou Temple are in that one. Very cool. I'm excited. God, there's so many. I can't narrow them all down. But yeah, there's a lot of really fun ones, some vampire themed ones, some thrillers. I actually am supposed to go overseas to Liverpool, England to film. Be my first time flying overseas. I'm terrified.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of flying. I'm not a fan. That should be fun though.
Yeah, we don't get opportunities to do things overseas usually. I think that might just be because with our loud personalities, we might be a flight risk. Happens on a plane with access to small bottles of alcohol.
Yeah.
Showing people my stomach tattoo. It's like
Allegedly.
it's not. I just that's what I'd be doing.
But Amber, obviously you like horror themed movies, horror themed roles, and all of that. What gravitated you towards sort of taking that direction with your career? Like, what is it about that you love?
That's real. You don't really get that from if you're watching like a drama film, a comedy, a rom-com, any other genre besides like thriller, horror, sci-fi. You don't really get that thrill out of it. You don't get that excitement. Like comedy, you're like, okay, I'm gonna laugh at that, but that's about it. It doesn't scare you. It doesn't make you like it doesn't make you think either. Like psychological thrillers always make you think like, oh shit, what is happening? So like intellectually, those are more attractive to me because I like to be able to try and figure things out. I'm a somewhat smart kind of gal. Don't tell anybody though. It's weird. but but yeah, I like that kind of stuff. I like trying to figure things out. And then with horror, I love blood and gore. It's my favorite thing to be covered in blood. As you probably know from all of my photos, I'm normally covered in some sort of blood. But I mean, it's not just that though. It's like the jump scares are fun. The whole theme of it. Like Jason's cool. The kills are cool, but the whole storyline is even cooler.
Makes sense. Yeah, we agree. And yeah, the way we even set this up was you were live on Instagram and your hands were covered in blood. So I said, what? We have to have her on the podcast. She's a murderer.
Yeah, I am.
So
No
what?
animals, though.
Oh yeah, no animals. No, I won't make movies where animals die either. Oh, dog.
I've died in all these movies.
So what makes a good horror film versus a bad horror film, in your opinion?
Storyline. You gotta have that storyline, you gotta have the plot, the twist, you gotta have everything there. The climax, the character development. Honestly, that's one of the biggest parts is some horror films will just be like, I'm gonna throw a bunch of sex scenes in there and let's make this work. No, no. You need to have a character that has a character arc. You need to have someone that's the leader that has to go through some crazy shit in order to come out on top or maybe die anyway. But you need to have stuff like that to keep everybody like enthralled. You don't just want to have like, oh, there's titties, there's banging, there's more titties. I mean, they're nice, right? Everyone loves titties, but you don't
They're
just
not
want to have
scary
that.
though.
Yeah, I mean they can be depending on the
can be.
age.
I've never been scared by titties. Not one time.
You seen your grandma's titties?
No, I
You might be scared by that.
it's more of a disgust thing than a scare thing. Like I don't think like her titties ever looked at me. I'm like like I might see it. People are like,
If a titty looked at me, I would be like that. Like, what's it
Yeah,
gonna?
if it had an eyeball on the nipple.
Yeah,
I don't know, but then they can't tell you.
it's like the Mona Lisa. The nipples follow you around the room.
But can you feel bad for looking at them if they looked at you first?
No,
No. No, it's even.
but okay. So Amber, imagine that I'm an alien, right? You're walking down the street one day, and I get beamed down from a flying saucer, and I say, "I want to be an actress. Teach me how to be an actress." How would you teach an alien how to be an actress?
You have to be very determined. You have to go and seek out all sorts of casting calls, look for anything in your genre or something outside of your genre to kind of like push you away from your norm and just go for it. Don't ever stop either. And I know it sounds cliche, but no role is too small because my little role in Vengeance 2, I didn't have much. I only had a couple of scenes. And then from that, I just started getting more and more and more and more roles thrown at me. So that little role gave me an opportunity to get bigger roles. So it's just long as you keep like being determined and never give up, you'll make it some way somehow. But it is hard. It is. And sometimes you feel like, oh, you've been doing this for so long, you should be in a different spot. But it's not how that works. You just have to be persistent.
So I have a question. From
I have
one
an answer.
from one heavily tattooed person to another.
I don't have tattoos.
Oh,
Allegedly.
Do you feel like at any point in time that's put you in a box as an actress?
Yeah, for sure. I'll get a lot of people that'll be like, "Oh, hey, we really wanted you for this role, but you have tattoos, so we can't hire you on." Or like, "Oh, would you be willing to cover them all?" Or like, "Well, do you have that much makeup? Because we'll be here all day." I mean, I'll do it if you want me to do it, but it's gonna be a while. And not a lot of places or not a lot of production companies wanna do that because it does take a long time and it does cost money for getting that, which I understand. But I have actually been really lucky with the roles that I've gotten. They've actually all really liked my tattoos and kind of embraced them. Some of them I had to take my piercings out for, which totally fine. But I had this one opportunity that I ended up not getting because of the tattoos, which kind of sucked because that movie turned out really good. Like, fuck, I want to be in that. But I get it. I mean, you can't be covered in tattoos and be in like fairy tale times, I guess. But
You know,
maybe.
I I auditioned for a role. See, I'm lucky enough. I mainly act for a guy who's been my best friend for a decade, so we can kind of like work everything around the way that I look. But I saw a role that was perfect for me. It was Thug number 3. He did a large man. I'm like, I have face tattoos. I'm 6'8" and 300 pounds. I'm perfect for Thug number 3. And I auditioned for this role. It was a movie they were shooting in Cleveland, and I auditioned for the role. And the guy told me, he's like, thugs, we don't really want a guy with that many tattoos to play a thug. And I was like, what?
Why?
I'm like, all right, I guess.
I should have auditioned.
Oh, yeah. That would have been great.
I should have auditioned. I could have been thug number 3.
But no, because you have tattoos.
Alleged.
That's true. That's true.
So you're an actress, but you're also a model. We don't know anything about that world. I mean, we know like film, obviously, working in film better than modeling. I've never modeled. I don't know about
I
you.
have.
Well, yeah.
Playboy?
No, God, no.
I thought I saw you at the mansion.
Yeah, I was delivering a pizza. No, I did clown themed modeling for a jewelry company.
Cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But
More you know.
Amber, you want to tell us how you got involved with modeling and sort of what that's like?
Yeah, so first I did photography, and I definitely preferred that over being in front of the camera. I know you wouldn't guess it by the way I act, but I'm very like not confident at all. But so one of my friends, Laura, she was like, "Hey, you should really do the ink cover girl model. I think you would win." That I was like, "No, no, I'll just take pictures." And she talked me into it, so I did it, and I got top 5, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, "I've never done this in my life." But then after that, I just started getting more opportunities, just like acting. And then I got the cover of a magazine called Tattoos for Women, and that just like skyrocketed from there. Bunch of magazines. I do a bunch of different themes, preferably horror, but sometimes I do pretty to appease my mother. But yeah, it's an interesting world. I definitely prefer the acting over modeling, but it's fun to get into that character as well. I liked doing Art the Clown. That was fun because I got to use my acting skills and I got to pretend to be like all how Art is in the film. And I definitely went around my town with a bag, a garbage bag full of real weapons. So I was very committed.
I Tuesday anyway.
Right? It's a normal thing.
I mean, if you don't have a garbage bag full of weapons, are you really part of your neighborhood?
Yeah, what good are you?
Yeah.
And sometimes with filmmaking, I mean, you need a garbage bag of weapons.
Yeah, we found ourselves in a bit of a absolute like potential for a horror movie. You make horror movies, so you know the tropes and the setups.
Yep.
We had found ourselves at one point going to look at a set piece with a guy who was like super shady. And we go there and it's this huge abandoned building. I'm sure it took like 10 years off our life. It was like asbestos, lead
Yeah.
paint, and formaldehyde. And like as we were going through, the dude was super shifty. He just had like a room with a coffin in it. And one of the guys who was there was talking about how they filmed a satanic ritual there. And like every turn that they let us deeper in the building into these darker corners, I'm like, we're gonna fucking die. I was like, I'm like, I'm glad that I have a weapon on me because if not, we might end up in our own little horror movie that we're
I
not.
mean, the place sounds cool, but that sounds sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like if you've been in like acting or any form of the entertainment industry and you haven't dealt with like shady ass people, shady ass places, and like scary promoters, are you really in the entertainment industry?
No, you haven't made it yet.
What situations do you have like that, Amber? Like as far as roles or like movies or things you've been involved with where you just get involved and like weird, like sketchy or otherwise off-putting things happen? Because I mean, strange things just happen when you're making movies.
Well, I've only had like a not so great experience with an individual who turned out to be really weird, like not great. And like I kept asking for a script and I'm like, "Okay, I need my script. We're supposed to be filming at such and such date." Never got a script. And then it comes to, like, the week before, and I get a call from one of my good friends, and she's like, "Hey, I just wanna let you know this director just fucking stabbed a sword through a chair fighting with his wife, and he's" yeah, yeah, "and he's off the rails," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm going to drop out of that film. Thank you for that." Yeah, that's the only, like, instance I've came across that was, like, somewhat weird and, like, not safe. But any other time, I've actually had really good experiences, knock on wood. Mm.
We I don't know if we just have like bad luck or if we just like have a, chaos emerald somewhere like within the town we work in. Because so for disclosure, before I ever got into entertainment, I was in like the VIP and asset protection sort of work field, security work, making sure that anybody who had money felt safe. I mainly worked for like small town rappers and wrestlers for some reason, but so I've always like had my head on a swivel. And one of the most horrifying things that happened is while we were location scouting for a movie that we were working on, we heard gunshots, and it was during a time period where there was a person actively killing people all throughout the town that we lived
Oh.
in a town of 1,200 people. What? There's only one.
I live in a small town too, so that's funny, like, nothing normally bad happens here, and then recently, I think I was filming what was I filming? Oh, Party Fire. I was filming Party Fire, and I got a message from my sister, she's like, "Yo, the dude you went to school with just killed 3 people." I'm like, "What?" 'Cause we have, like, population 5,000 people here. And it's like the tiny, like, Hallmark looking town we live I live in, like, the Buffalo, New York area, so we live along the canal. So it's, like, all old-timey and cutesy. So, yeah, dead dead 3 people dead, stabbing from somebody I went to school with. That's fun.
Buffalo, man. A lot of my favorite bands and artists are from Buffalo and that area, upstate New York. Shout
Who's
out,
that?
shout out Missing Link, best hardcore band out right now. Shout out Terror, one of the best hardcore bands of all time. Shout out West Side Gun and all of Griselda, some of the best drumless hip hop ever created. I mean, Buffalo bangs. If only they had a good hockey team.
Oh, yeah, I don't really give a shit about hockey.
I will live for the Detroit Red Wings. And people are like, the Buffalo Sabres. I'm like, don't even.
I know, like, everyone's, like, so big, diehard Sabres and fucking Buffalo Bills, man, they all suck.
I don't know. I think that like the reason everybody over there is like really big into the Sabres, even if they don't watch hockey, is because like compared to the Bills, I think they're like Buffalo's only good sports team.
Yeah. No, for sure. Now you like metal, so and you like Buffalo bands. Have you ever heard of Until I Wake?
Yes, I have heard of them.
That's my husband's band.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, come out to a show. I might be there. Who knows? I surprise him all the time.
I mean, once I'm about to trade my truck for a Harley, then I'll have a Mercedes and a Harley. I'll be right at like midlife crisis garage.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna like get on my Harley and just go to upstate New York for no other reason that I've never been there.
Come visit. We'll take you around. It's
Hell,
fun up here.
I hope I get stabbed in the face while I'm
Um, I think that guy's in jail, so you're good.
there.
He's probably the only one. Unless you go to Rochester, then you'll probably die wherever you're at. That place is terrible.
Well, there's like back in like the early 2000s and late 90s, there was like a chain of people getting stabbed in the face at hardcore shows in the Buffalo area. I'm like, man, I hope that's me.
Now they don't even allow, like, crowd surfing in most of them, so
I'm 6'8" though, so they might need a step ladder to stab me in the face. And they're like,
I need to stand next to you one of these days when we ever meet because I am so short. So I would like to see the height difference.
how tall?
Be like, how tall do you think I am?
You give like a good 5'7" energy.
No,
I would have said five.
I just know how to pose.
I would have said 5'3".
Nope,
5 flat.
nope,
Ah,
close.
5'1".
There you go.
Oh,
That's yeah, I'm so much shorter than a lot of people think. It's just and how you position your legs and your upper body when you pose.
yeah. I position my legs way too far apart, and I stand with my arms slightly out to the sides. I look like a fucking goon.
Like a big Russian robot.
I look like a fucking goon, dude.
So have you been in music videos before then, Amber? Speaking of music,
Not yet. Not yet, but my husband has been writing his own stuff and he wants to do some fun spooky videos for it, so I'll probably be in all of those whenever that happens. He's got to write some new stuff for his band that we were just talking about, so it'll probably be a while for that. But I would definitely do music videos. It'd be fun.
nice. I mean, it's kind of surprising you haven't done music videos. I mean, you look like you would just do music videos.
I mean, I've made one to be a dumbass.
That's the best reason to make one.
Well, I like to do stupid things. When my husband comes home from tour, I always have some sort of ridiculous surprise waiting. So this time he was out, I think he was filming a music video. Yeah. And he came back and I had redone one of his songs. My son and I, our oldest son, we did a music video that completely changed the lyrics to their song Cold. And it's like super, super inappropriate. And I talk about jerking off when I'm alone. And and so we literally went outside. We have a hearse. So we went outside by the hearse and it was snowing. So it works for the song title. And we were standing outside and playing the song that we rewrote and filming it. And it's so funny.
So you just own a hearse?
Yeah.
Is that Amber Mobile?
More of the Munster mobile there.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, we have to redo it. It's a little on the old side, so we got it as a gift for our wedding. So we want to redo it and make it all spooky dooky on the inside and use that as our little family vehicle.
I have to ask, what brand is the hearse?
Caddy.
Nice.
Yeah, it's old. I think it's like, don't quote me on it because August would know more than I would. But I think it's like 1965 or 6 or something.
Oh, shit.
Cadillac.
So when you show up for when you show up on set for a film, do you show up in the hearse like your husband?
No, it's not drivable right now. But I show up in my goth boots and my bat glasses.
That's your next move. You need to just like pull up to set, get out of a hearse like the Undertaker.
Oh hell yeah.
Script.
What if you were an Uber driver but you used the hearse?
Yeah, you gotta ride in the coffin.
I don't think I'd get many people in my hearse. I would pull up and they'd be like, no, I'll wait for the next one.
I would do that. I would download Uber specifically for that. I don't even use
Yeah. I
Yeah.
would too.
That's like one of those things like when you go and stay in like a haunted hotel or you go to a haunted house. It's like a spooky experience to be in a coffin.
Speaking of that, I just filmed a movie out in Chicago, McKinsey Manor Massacre. And we got to stay in the Roth House, which is where the first ever possession ever happened. So, yeah, I know. And then we're looking around and they have the actual Ouija board from the 1800s there, the real one that they did the seances with. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to get haunted as shit. I was so excited. I was waiting for something to happen, and only one thing happened, so I was a little disappointed.
Extra
But I
stuff always hits different for me because, like, I'm Catholic, so like we have like our
oh.
bread and butter. That's our bread and wine.
I started to say, "Do you
Right?
have bread?"
You can't put butter on the body of Christ.
No. No.
That's a sound bite.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, these new age churches and their cinnamon toast Eucharist.
They're hip with the times.
What do you mean we got vanilla swirl and cookies and cream body of Jesus, man?
But Amber, you said that you had one scary thing or supernatural thing happen while you were there.
Yeah.
What manor or what house is it called?
The Roff House is ROFF. If you look it up online, it'll tell you all the history about it. Um, I like to be useful on set, and I like to make people food and do all this shit. So I was making breakfast for everyone, and I made French toast. And after I made the breakfast, we were watching a clip from my one film, 259, and we heard a knock at the door, thinking the rest of the cast and crew were there getting ready for call time. And so we're like, all right, we'll watch this later. And Terry goes to the door to see, who was there and let them in. Nobody was there. That was it. We're like, oh, okay.
So when you're on set, you're cooking people food?
Yeah.
Hire her immediately. We would have saved so much money on all those times we went to Subway. We had somebody on set helping out.
Yeah.
Yep, I like to make myself useful any way I can. I help with anything, makeup, special effects, cooking, helping everyone do whatever, wardrobe. Yeah, I'm that kind of gal.
So do you prefer behind the scenes work or being on camera?
I like being on camera. I like being able to develop a character. So I'll get a script and I'll get my character and I'll go through and I will read her lines, and then I will get a feel for who she is as a person, and then I will kind of develop an entire backstory. That way she's got some sort of history, and then I can feed off of that, and then it'll help do emotions, and it's just a lot of fun because each character is different. They're not all the same. I've had characters that were oddly enough afraid of blood. Yeah, I know, right? In the aversion film, I had a phobia of blood, so I had to act like I was terrified of blood. But in the same sense, I'm covered in tattoos. So I was like, did you guys think that through? I was like, because when you get tattooed, you bleed, right? And so we had to, I had to come up with a backstory as to, oh, I'm in the middle of getting a tattoo, and the guy cut me a little too deep, and I ended up hemorrhaging or whatever, and had to go to the hospital. So now I have a phobia of blood. So I had to think of that like super last minute, but I had to develop that character a little bit further back history wise, and that was a lot of fun.
So if you were in a horror movie and you had to choose 3 of the characters that you play to be with you and to increase your chances of survival, what characters would they be?
Okay, that's fun. I like that question. So, my favorite, I'll always say this because that's how I feel. My favorite final girl is Ash Williams. So he's not a girl, but I would love to have Ash on my side because he's always kicking those Deadites asses. And let's see who else. Bill Moseley is probably one of my favorite people ever. So I would love to have him by my side. God, who the else would I have? This is hard.
Well, I meant roles that you've played anyway.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Me?
But I like Bill Moseley too. So.
Oh my god, he's a gem of a human. He's so sweet. We met him for our anniversary. We went to Minneapolis and we did Crypticon, and I got to work for the Fetus film, and I wore that big giant pressed the fucking silicone belly. It was so weird. So it was like a very cool conversation piece. I would walk around with this giant belly and I was like, "Oh, congratulations." I'm like, "You want to touch it?" And then they touch it and they'd be like, "Oh, that's not real." But I also got a tattoo with the belly on at the con. Yeah, there's pictures. It's funny. But yeah, we actually had lunch with Bill and the director of The Fetus, Joe Lamb, and he was just so sweet, so nice, and he talked to you like he knew you forever. Like you guys were like we were best friends, and it was awesome. But for me, I think I want to play a serial killer, like something fierce. Nobody's given me the chance to play an actual, like, Patrick Bateman character. That's what I want because that's my favorite fucking movie ever is American Psycho, and I'd love to play somebody just like him because he's fucking crazy. So crazy, but he's awesome at the same time. That is what I wanna play. I've already played the dumb blonde quite a lot. Quite a lot. I don't wanna do that anymore. That's hard. I can tell you, like, who I want to film with,
Who would that?
but I Tim Burton and Rob Zombie.
Rob Burton and Tim Zombie.
Tim Zombie.
Combine the two. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Rob Burton sounds like, he'd be like an accountant who has a struggling relationship with his wife and like
Yeah.
uncovered sexual trauma that he doesn't know how to talk about. But Tim Zombie
Yeah.
sounds like a tattoo artist who like you would meet at a punk show who like overdoses in your car.
I can see that. And then he's a zombie because he overdosed and came back.
Yeah, that's how you get that kind of name. You just
Yeah.
you either get that or they call you like Narcan Bob. I had a guy in a scene ages ago who everyone was like, "Oh, it's Narcan Bob. He's overdosed 9 times." I was like, "What the fuck? How do you manage?"
How are you proud of that?
It's all like, God gave me a second chance, and I said, "Give me, give me 6 more." What the fuck? Really putting it on 17 black at all times.
Narcan Bob sounds like somebody we'd do a police reaction video to.
Yeah. Narcan Bob gets shot 37 times. That calls police later and finds out that the chief of police is his dad. That's
Wow.
the kind of video we would react to on the channel.
What if we make a movie about Narcan Bob and he's played by Amber Brooke?
I'll do it.
What if we make a movie where Amber Brooke plays a Patrick Bateman style character instead of being like intimidated by a guy with a better business card? She's mad because she can't overdose as many times as Narcan Bob.
That's it. I gotta overdose more than Paul.
Instead of American Psycho, it's American Suboxone.
Sign me up. Write up the contract. Let's go.
We already live in what we should be calling the Suboxone Belt of America. It's part of the Rust Belt. It's a little above the Bible Belt, but it is certainly the fucking Suboxone.
It's a belt.
Like, I think you really get your citizenship here the first time you see a guy like fent flopped at a parking lot.
Oh God.
I lived in an apartment complex, and there was a guy who owed a dude money, and he ran over the car and threw a Dixie cup full of fentanyl in the car and killed him in the parking lot.
Oh my God.
They're like, "Oh yeah, he F-bombed him." I'm like, he called him a slur?
He F-bombed.
They're like, "No, F-bomb is where you throw fentanyl on somebody." And I'm like, "What?"
Who does that?
When I was a kid, they just shot each other. Fucking, what do you mean F-bomb? Jesus Christ.
Friendly fire.
That's how Narcan Pop gets by, dude. He's overdosed so many times they F-bomb, and he's like, nothing to me, man. You know?
They need to come up with a better name for that. Like your man's, oh, how'd he die? He got F-bombed.
The unspeakable F word is fentanyl. So you've got tattoos.
Yeah.
I've got to ask, because it's my favorite thing to ask people with tattoos. As much as I hate tattoo conversations. Like, I tattooed my face so people would stop talking to me in public, and now they talk to me more. Like, yo, did that hurt?
Yep, always.
Yeah, it fucking hurt. It's a needle chewing my skin,
I
dude.
felt great.
And no, I loved every second of it. I twice and fell asleep.
Didn't cry at all.
Like, I wasn't laying there when they tattooed my stomach in a cold sweat, shaking on the table. No, it didn't happen. I loved it.
Mm.
What's your favorite tattoo out of all the ones that you have?
Good question. Well, I have an in memory tattoo of my gram that I have on my leg, and it's a human heart, and it's her in her silhouette in the human heart walking away towards the pond, because we used to have a pond at her house.
Mhm.
And that's probably my favorite one just because it means a lot to me. Um, anything else I've got? God. Well, my neck piece is pretty fucking cool. Except for it's not done yet. I'm too poor to finish it right now. But the struggles. But I have a matching tattoo with my husband right here. The saw is family because we love Texas Chainsaw. That one means a lot too.
Okay, and now the second question: What is
Which one hurt?
what is the dumbest or the silliest tattoo that you have?
Well, I have the ugliest guns on the planet tattooed on my gut.
Nah.
They are so ugly. So one of my good friends owned a shop here in town, and he was like, "Hey, you want to come in to get your chest piece done?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm gonna give you a discount on it." I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "But you gotta do something else." I'm like, "Oh God, what do I gotta do?" He's like, "You gotta let Ryan tattoo your stomach at the same time as me doing your chest." And I was like, "Bet, let's go." And so I had my friend Nick tattooing me up here, and then Ryan was on this side tattooing my guns, and they are just wow. The barrels are like, mm, mm, mm. They're not great. And he's like, "Oh, it's because of the vibration from Nick." And I'm like, "No, you just suck." I was like, "His doesn't look bad." So,
What was your first tattoo?
Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, my mom and stepdad got it for me for my 18th birthday, and it looks like shit now because I'm like 90 years old. But that was my first one. But then, oddly enough, after that, I just kept getting more and more, and my mom would yell at me every time I would get more and more, but I would just turn and look at her and say, "Well, you started it." And she can't argue because she did.
You know, I got my first face tattoo. It was my third tattoo. I got an X on my face, and my mom saw it, and she was all like, "Okay." And I was like, "Oh, you're not mad or disappointed?" She's like, "You think that of everything you've done in the past 19 years, what would this be?" I always ask people about like stupid tattoos because I unfortunately have many. Um, because I get tattoos on just like a spur of a moment. Um, I was so I'm a big fan of the old school country musician Townes Van Zandt. I think he's one of the last true poets in that style of music. And the Willie Nelson cover of Poncho and Lefty lights my soul on fire every time I hear it. And they were playing it in Walmart, so I went to my tattoo artist and got Willie Nelson Sucks tattooed around my elbow. I've got Grimace smoking a joint in my
Hell yeah.
Mr. Krabs over here.
Oh, I would totally get a SpongeBob tattoo. I fucking love SpongeBob.
Well,
SpongeBob's lit.
yeah, absolutely. But I think my dumbest tattoo, in all sincerity, isn't like one that's actually purposely stupid. I decided I was going to get like, you know, the dumbest tattoo ever on my fucking stomach. And I was all like, caveman, I'm going to get primitive threat tattooed on my stomach. My buddy's like, wait till you're fat. It's better when you're fat. So I waited until I was fat. And if that's better, I'm glad I didn't do it when I was skinny. Because I've got primitive threat blasted across my stomach. And it aged horribly because I worked in a butcher shop. And my tank top that I wore just stuck to the tattoo at all times. And it was so blown out that like most of it is just scar tissue at this point. It looks awful. It's my dumbest tattoo. Every time I take my shirt off, somebody looks at it and they're like, what the f- is that?"
You got a tattoo from Rob Zombie's artist.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool.
my first tattoo was done by Panama Red in Eaton, Ohio, who the reason I went to him is because he had tattooed Rob Zombie. And I got Coco the Clown's ghost from the 1933 Betty Boop's cartoon, Betty Boop's Snow White. Because I think Cab Calloway's awesome. Now everybody thinks it's a ghost main tattoo, and it makes me want to cut my eyes out. But this tattoo fucking sucks. And guy's like a super prestigious artist. And I found out that he was on dialysis for kidney failure and
Oh.
died 2 weeks after he did my tattoo. It's the
Oh,
only reason I haven't covered the piece of shit yet.
Oh man, that's shitty.
Oh, the other one that I have to bring up is I have no spider webs tattooed above my other elbow because everybody gets spider web elbow tattoos. That one's really stupid.
Not me. I don't have spider web elbows.
Nice.
No spider webs. I do have a spider web up here though.
The whole side of my head is a faded out spider web that's about to get blasted over because I just got the Virgin Mary blowing up on the top of my head. Now I'm just going to redo my whole head, going bald anyway.
Why not?
Just boogie down with it. Look tough as hell.
Full send. Hell yeah.
The problem is like I don't have the money. Like you're talking about finishing your neck, like finishing my whole big ass head. That's gonna be Herculean.
I mean, you could rob a bank. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm a car salesman. Maybe I just need to get better at my job.
Or steal a good car to sell.
Yeah, start stealing the cars off the lot. So
Yeah, we're all going to make career changes at the end of this podcast. We're all turning to crime.
We're
yeah,
all realizing our full potential right now.
we're gonna realize all the roles that we haven't been offered to play yet. We're just gonna do in real life.
Steal a hearse.
I'm not stealing.
Not mine.
That's hard to say. We know what you can know somebody that has one now.
She's gonna turn into like a real life female Patrick Bateman. I'm gonna turn into like a less cool version of Mads Mikkelsen's character from Pusher.
And who am I?
I don't know. The guy who ate flowers and
Little Shop of Horrors.
Hmm.
So, Amber, what do you other than film and modeling and all that? What do you do outside of your career?
I write films. I like to fuck around with makeup, SFX stuff at home just for shits and gigs. Oh gosh, what else do I do? Oh, I like to make stuff. My husband and I make spooky, scary stuff all the time. He makes crystallized skulls, and I make little spiderweb picture frames and all that stuff. I just really like being creative. And I'm also a mom of 3 crazy boys. And I like to be a mom and do dumb shit with my kids. They went to the Party Fire film with me. My youngest was the lead boy in it, and he was hysterical. The other 2 didn't really want to do much with it, but they were there. It was a family affair. My oldest is gonna be 19. Yeah, it's gross. But he has this game he plays with dildos, and it's hysterical. So This is a funny story. My middle child, Dallas, he is 15, and he, for Aiden's birthday, my oldest, he got him a suction cup dildo, just for shits and gigs.
That's what I'm gonna get you. We were just talking about what to get Vigo for his birthday.
Do it, do it. It's hours of fun. So he has this game where he'll take the dildo and he'll like flip it and he'll try to get it to stick to something. So he'll stick it like at the bottom of our stairs, he'll stand there, and then at the top of our stairs is a bookshelf. So he will take it and he flip it and try and get it to land on the bookshelf at the top of the stairs. And he made it the one time, and I was very impressed.
So he's only made it once.
Yeah, it's really hard because we have a big chandelier in the
No
way
pun
too,
intended.
so he's got to like go up underneath.
The
So
dildo
the
is
other
really
day,
hard. That's true.
when I came home from doing my Easter Bunny shoot when I was talking to you guys, I came home and there's the fucking dildo stuck to my light in the kitchen. Like, okay.
I've always said that the best home defense weapon is just like one of those potato cannons with a dildo in it, tip first. Could you imagine being the cop that responds to that? You walk in, there's a dude dead on the floor, eyes are blown out of his head, bleeding out of his ears, and just a dildo rocking slightly back and forth, stuck in his skull. That's like the only time that the cops are going to go like, "Holy shit, this is a first." Home defense dildo launchers now available on DOXBYFilms.com.
I was just gonna say you should market that.
And it's not a firearm, so anybody can own it.
We could start our own dildo brand, call it Doxby Dildos.
Perfect.
We already have a dildo
DDs.
brand. It's called the Doxby Wood.
I don't know. There was one time I walked into a girl's room and like next to her on her nightstand next to her bed was a dildo the size of my forearm. And I'm like, hold on. You're about to be so disappointed.
Hold on to that. I'm waiting.
I gotta go.
We bumped into my ex in Broad Ripple. She had like 8 pet mice. And I remember the first time that like we'd ever talked was on a video chat, and on the background she had a bookshelf of just like ornate vintage glass dildos. And I'm all like, it's good to have a hobby. Like I don't have any collections. Like guns, I guess, but
Such a niche, niche
I
collection.
wouldn't put my guns on a bookshelf in my bedroom either. So if you have a bunch of like she's like, this one's from the Victorian era. I'm like,
What the fuck?
she's like, I go to oddities conventions and buy these dildos, and I'm like, yeah, and
Okay.
I buy pants at the store. I don't beanies that don't fit my head right, so that way people know I listen to Title Fight when they see me drive it. But to each their own. She didn't have any that was like the size of like like a dwarven battle axe or anything like.
Yeah, I'm walking in there. I'm like, this chick is used to being with the Hulk or something.
Yeah.
Hulk smash.
Had one that was like 3 different colors of like glass flume that was like a braided dildo. And she's like, yeah, that one's from the early 70s. She's like, I've got a couple that are made of Bakelite. And I'm like, Bakelite has asbestos in it.
I hope she didn't use those.
I never asked. It was outside of my realm of expertise.
Yeah, it's like use one of them, use each of them at least once.
Yeah.
You gotta get.
Nobody's got a gun safe full of guns that they've never shot. So I don't know, dude. Maybe she's.
I mean, you got a point.
I'm like, hey, it's one of those things. Like you'll find somebody like, especially like in the horror scene, people that are really into horror will have like the most bizarre collections. And it's like I'm always trying to like be open-minded and understanding, and you don't want to like think about it. Because the first thing that comes into your head with any collection is you make an assumption about the person. And
Right.
there's like an assumption about a guy that's got like a gun safe in his bedroom that I wouldn't want put on me. But like when I go to your house and you've got like jars of like two-headed cattle fetuses and human skulls, I'm going to start thinking things. I just can't help it.
Who are you hanging out with,
Well, you
Leatherface?
see, I kind of have some of that sort of stuff, but not human skulls yet. No.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, it's on the list.
That girl that I saw that drugged me with DXM and had me robo tripping and maybe watch Begotten. She had like a bunch of jars of like animal fetuses and human skulls. When I walked in, I'm like, I don't know if you're just like a quirky alternative horror fan or if you're going to kill me.
Amber, have you seen Begotten?
I don't think so.
That's Vigo's favorite movie.
It's not my favorite.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, it kind of is. It's up there. I don't know if it's my favorite of all time, but Begotten's great. Go watch Begotten. It's like free on YouTube.
It starts out with God disemboweling himself.
Sweet.
The entire audio is just like moaning and crickets. It's great.
Oh, wow.
It's one of my favorite art films because it's like one of the like I believe that art is meant to make you go whoa. It's like
Yeah.
and it's one of the only films that I think can actually make like the average art film enjoyer go whoa.
Yeah,
Let's check it out.
It's genuinely disturbing. Like
I like Eraserhead.
I know you do, and so do I. It's a good movie. You know what else film has people's heads getting erased that I love? Scanners.
Hammers.
We need to have a tally. We need to have somebody tally every time I mention scanners on the channel just this year. This is what the third time I've brought up scanners.
Amber,
Be like one of those drink things where every time you bring it up, someone's got to take a drink.
take a shot every time Vigo says scanners.
Yeah.
Take a shot every time I say something that's like borderline unethical.
So Amber, other than American Psycho, what else are some of your other favorite movies?
Oh, good golly.
I like that one too.
Yeah, it's my favorite one.
I love Devil's Rejects. I love that one very much.
Yeah, good zombie.
Yeah, that one's definitely one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, that's hard. Like I always just go to my American Psycho is just like my all-time fave. I mean, I have movies that I like, obviously, but that one is the one that like takes the cake for me.
Yeah, that's one of mine too.
It's just like I explained to people, like that film is just flawless from start to finish. Like his acting's incredible. The script is incredible. The storyline is crazy. It leaves you questioning your fucking mental state. Like, oh my God, did that really happen? Did it not happen? What the fuck? Like it's just a good movie, and I hate so much that they're talking about doing a remake.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I'd rather die than watch that.
I think that Patrick Bateman was the least concerning part of American Psycho. I think the most concerning part about it was you should really look into that ATM machine and why it really wants to be fed a stray cat.
Yeah. I mean, I have a house full of cats that I can feed to it if they really want it. But yeah, we should probably look into that, some sort of malfunction with that.
When we like first met, I was just remembered back when I had a Facebook, about the time that we first met, my cover image on Facebook was the screen of the ATM that just said, "Feed me a stray cat." Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, when Amber plays the female Patrick Bateman, she's got plenty of cats to feed to an ATM.
I do. There's 3 in this room alone.
Oh wow. Me and my terrible
Yeah.
cat allergy.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, getting
Um,
blocked by your cat allergy is one of my favorite stories that you've told me.
Well, Amber, I know you got to run, so I don't want to hold you up much longer. But how can people follow you? Do you want to give a shout out to all your links and maybe some of your upcoming projects and what to look out for?
Sure. Normally I have most of my stuff on Instagram, amber.brooke32, but I do have a Facebook. But that's my actual last name. It's Amber Hoffmeister. But Brooke is my middle name, so it's still my name. But when my husband and I got married, I haven't switched anything over yet because it costs a lot of money and it's a lot of work. So yeah. But yeah, mostly Instagram. As for projects coming up, there's so many. Fractured's next, then oh my god, after that. What is in May? Oh, Sick and Twisted, and then The Forgiven. And then June is Vampires in New Jersey. There's a lot. So there's just be on the lookout to follow whatever the heck I post on whatever the heck movie it is this month.
Finding out that you have like an aggressively German last name really just
I
caught me
do.
off guard.
And what's great is my husband's last name is also German. So when I switch it over, I'm just gonna be super fucking German.
Yeah.
Yeah, his last name is Geithner.
Ah,
So either way, I'm German.
I'm Russian and Polish. The only thing German about me is the cars in my garage. But I used to have like a long running joke because there's a lot of German people in the college towns around Indiana and Ohio. High German population. And so when I'd meet people that were German, I would I would tell them this exact sentence. Ich heiße Fick von hinten, which means my name is fuck from behind.
That's amazing.
I used to yell at German dudes, Du habe große Schwanz, ich habe kleine Schwanz. And they get so mad about it. You ask a German guy in Oxford if he's got a big dick or a small dick at the hitching post, you're getting in a fist fight.
I'll take your word.
I gotta learn German so I can say that kind of stuff.
I don't know. It's just all about to do like Du habe kleine Schwanz. You let them know you got a small penis. Don't even give them a chance to argue.
I can say it in Spanish, not German though.
I've been teaching my 5-year-old daughter to curse in Russian when kids are mean to her, so she doesn't get in trouble at school.
I love that.
Her teacher was all like, "Your daughter, she said "idi nahui" to a student." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that just means leave me alone, please." It means go.
Was it really?
It means go fuck yourself. But
Well,
Like that.
Amber, next time we have you on, we're gonna do the whole podcast in German.
Okay, I won't understand anything you're saying, but I will go with it.
Alrighty. Well, that was Amber Brooke, everybody. Be sure to follow her. Be sure to keep up with everything that she's doing.
follow her on social media, not in person.
Not in
That's a
person.
crime.
Not in
No. I'll run you over with my hearse.
and then put you in the back of it.
Yeah.
The perfect crime.
Everybody be sure to go to www.doxbyfilms.com to keep up with everything that we're doing. New film coming out here soon, Fever Drive, April 10th. And be sure to go to doxbyfilms.etsy.com, buy our merch to support what we do.
Do it.
And tell people in German heavy populations that they have a small penis.
That's a must.
Amber Brooke, it's great to meet you.
It was nice to meet you guys. Thanks for having me on. It was a lot of fun. I learned some things in German today. I'm very excited to tell my kids.
Well, I mean, they're throwing dildos around, so they'll love it.
Oh, they would.
When they find out about kleine and große Schwanz, they're going to be like, oh, add that to the Rolodex.
Have a good night, and thanks for coming on the show.
You too. Thank you. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Ah!